Welcome back to the Couch Potato Show. Back again with the boys for episode 51. Coming off big episode 50. How we doing today, boys?
Phenomenal.
Eric?
Love it.
Good to hear. Eric coming off a big game 2 win for the Knicks. So gotta feel good.
Twas a thrill.
Back at it tonight.
At least one of us has a competent basketball team here. Because me and Frank right now, not at all. The Heat are looking like JV squad out here playing against.
It's been bad.
Playing against an NBA team, pretty much. That's how
though.
Big point. Actually, not a big point.
Yeah.
It is Memorial Day weekend, so what better to do on Memorial Day weekend than just throw up some American traditions and just go racing. So we got 2 races this week, and for picks, we're going to talk a little bit about Julio Jones because that is a hot subject in the sports world right now. But we'll get to that a little later. Points for last week were pretty juicy, I gotta say. Yeah, that's really the only word. Really, the only word that I could describe it as.
It's fitting. It's fitting.
Font versus Garbrandt. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
I won't even check who won. I'm guessing Garbrandt didn't win.
Yeah, Garbrandt did not win.
I forgot we picked it.
We were all so confident in that. Just didn't happen. Disappointing. The NASCAR road course race at Circuit of the Americas, the inaugural race there. I took Kyle Busch. Frankie took Chase Elliott. Eric, you took Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin was a non-factor. Kyle Busch was leading most of the race and was considered the favorite throughout the race. And then they decided to end the race as Chase Elliott took the lead coming out of the pit cycle. So,
okay, shit.
Yeah, I guess Frank escapes with a big 3-pointer there. And then finally, it took 49 episodes. But finally, we are done with our episode 2 NFL free agent picks from
not this offseason, last offseason.
The 2019 off. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
2020 offseason.
20 offseason. For last season.
Yeah. Adam Vinatieri finally signed. No, he didn't sign. He decided to retire on the Pat McAfee show. So me and Eric, big point there. And so that brings the total, I believe. Give me a second. Math is hard. But Frank is in the lead with 77. And then me and Eric, because of the Adam Vinatieri retiring, inch 1 point closer. Eric at 75, 2 points back. And I'm now at 72, a whole 5 points back. But that could all change this weekend because 7 points are on the line. 6 we're going to know this weekend, and then we're going to pick Julio Jones's free agent destination, not trade destination, I guess it is, because he's not really a free agent, but he kind of deciding on where he's going to go pretty much. It is in his hands. So started off the Indy 500, picked it last year. I got scammed out of a win.
Was that the Indy 500 last year? I forget what race that was.
Yeah, that was the Indy 500. I'm going to go the same guy I went with last year. He's leading in points again in the Indy's car series this year. I think that's what it's called. He pretty much won the race last year. If they didn't end the race 2 laps early, he would have taken the lead. It was, if you were watching the race, it was going to happen. Scott Dixon, easy pick for this race. Eric, who you got?
I'm going to take, not sure how the hell you pronounce his name, Patricio O'Ward. Is that a thing? Is that a person?
You're asking. I have the same idea that you do.
I have it as Pato award. I don't have it as pitchfork.
Anyone who knows me knows I'm a diehard awarder. So I gotta go with award. I live
Big
and
award
die
guy.
by the award. That's my thing. Legally gonna change my last name to award. So excited. Give me award.
All right, Frank, who you got?
We're gonna go odds because I don't watch any of this because I don't know anyone that does. Colton Herta. I'm saying that right. I haven't watched a day of Indy in my life.
Herta.
So we're gonna go with it.
Okay.
A lot of whining from Tyler on this episode, I'm gonna be honest. Lots of whining.
Whining?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why am I whining?
The Heat suck. Oh, I don't care. The Heat suck. Get over it.
I have introduced the fact that the Heat suck, and we are over the fact that the Heat suck.
I'm not done yet. I should have won the race last year. Kyle Busch should have won that race. Oh, quit your bitching, Tyler. Move on. Let's go.
You have to admit that I was scammed out of the fucking Indy.
I don't remember what happened last year at the Indy 500.
They decided to throw a caution with 2 laps left, and because of that, they didn't. Like in NASCAR rules, if you throw the caution with 2 laps left, you go into overtime.
Oh, they just raced it out, didn't they? And no one can move around.
In IndyCar, if you throw a caution with 2 laps left, the race is over.
Oh, well, that's the rule book. You can't whine about the rule book.
But in IndyCar, let me explain it a little bit. In IndyCar, they have the choice, kind of.
Oh, did they choose to just stop?
If they want to end the race, they can end the race. If they want to go into overtime, they can. In NASCAR, it's always overtime.
Okay. Well, then you can whine a little bit.
They made a dumb decision to just stop the race, which is idiotic.
I thought you the rule was you to stop. And I was like, you can't just complain about the rules.
I got scammed. It's okay. I'm over it. I wouldn't have won Pick'em last year. It's okay. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it.
Keeps me up at night. I don't know what we're talking about at this point. I zoned out, but man, does it keep me up at night.
I know it does.
Bender's trying to focus in for that next game tonight. He's all right.
All right, Coke 600, longest race of the year. Starts at 6 o'clock on Sunday. I think it's going to end at like 11:30.
Yeah, this race takes forever. It always does.
Frank, I'll let you go first since ordered as
go first. I'm gonna take Kyle Larson. He's finished top 10 3 times at Charlotte. He's finished second 3 straight races. He's hot, so we're gonna go with the hot hand.
All right, Eric.
I will take Mr. Chase Elliott. Let's do it. So confident, not really, but let's do it. Chase Elliott.
I wanted Chase Elliott, but then I would have picked him 3 races in a row, and I'm like, maybe not.
There you go.
He's coming off a win.
Yeah.
He's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, there's only one clear favorite here, and unfortunately, you guys picked Martin Truex Jr. way too early in the season. Although, Frank, you did benefit off a win. But, yeah, Martin Truex Jr. has led 1,000 laps over the past 6 years, which is just unbelievable. I think he's finished inside the top five 5 of the past 6 years, and he has won 2 of those races. So, domination from the Jersey boy, Martin Truex Jr. I'm going to ride with him in the Coke 600.
My guy.
Yeah, if I don't win, if I don't get the best finish out of the 3 of us, at least, you're going to hear some complaining on episode 52.
Tyler, you always find something to complain about, man.
It's just the way it is.
Same way if Dixon doesn't win, you're going to complain about that too.
Yeah. We'll see. If Dixon gets screwed out of another win, I'm going to complain because
this guy.
I don't know. At least this year I'm like close in points, but all right. So something we like to do on the show, something we haven't done in a while. Big deal, no big deal. Gets us debating, gets us to argue. So
we're good at that.
We are. We're not good at a lot of things.
Arguing is one of them.
Like consistency, terrible. And I think we lack in that, which is why we are not like the best podcast in the world right now. I think that's the reason.
That's the main reason.
Top 10. We're top 10. We gotta be.
Top 10.
Top 10.
But
I'm telling you, we're top 3 in podcasts with potato in their name.
I don't know about that.
No?
yeah, close, but I don't know. But I think if there were rankings for how much people argue on shows, easily
It's like First
top.
Take.
I was just about to say that, Frank.
First Take.
Those shows are
Skip and
designed for
Shannon.
arguments.
Yeah.
I think we're top 5.
Yeah. I was gonna put us in the top 5 range. We don't agree on much.
So speaking of First Take, on the topic, not really First Take, but Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp on their Undisputed show. We're on the topic of Julio Jones because it's been greatly debated on where Julio Jones is going to go and get traded to, because he has expressed that there have been reports that he has expressed interest in being traded away from the Atlanta Falcons. And I think it was Sunday, Shannon Sharp actually called Julio Jones in the middle of the show. I don't think Julio knew that they were live on air.
He definitely didn't.
And basically said that he wanted out of Atlanta because he wanted to win. And I think Shannon Sharp asked him if he wanted to go to Dallas, and Julio basically just said anywhere that he can win, he's fine with. So,
not Dallas.
Eric, I'm not sure how you feel about this, but these Atlanta teams, they have a tendency to not win. Hopefully that'll keep up. Hopefully tonight will keep up the trend. But yeah, Atlanta teams don't win very often. So the Falcons probably are not on Julio's radar to be playing in uniform come 2021. So with that, let's make picks on where we think he's going to go. Eric, I'll let you go first because you haven't gone first yet.
Yeah, even I. Oh, yeah.
Jags.
Even I. He wants to win, Frank. Didn't you listen? Did you listen to that? He wants to win, you fool. No. I'm a big believer in, statistically speaking, most likely to be stay with his team. But this scenario just does not seem likely.
He said I'm out on live television.
Yes, right? Like he's clearly done with it. He's moving on. He's just not pleased with the Atlanta Falcons franchise, and I can't really blame him. It's a disaster over there. So he says he wants to win. I'm old enough to remember when there was a pretty big winning culture somewhere in Foxborough. So
you're about to say New England, you piece of shit.
What'd you say?
I hate Bender.
Wasn't he? What are you gonna do?
Not done. He's not done yet. He's not done yet.
Done yet.
Sorry, continue.
Belichick's a genius. The Patriots have a winning culture. What were they, 7-9 last year, even with Cam crapping himself?
Yeah, I think they're 7-9.
Okay. Come on, guys. 3 wildcard spots now, I do believe. So we know it's going to happen. The Patriots are going to somehow find their way back in the playoffs, and Julio Jones is going to want to be a part of that. I'm going Julio to the Pats.
They do have Mac Jones now. So.
God.
Alabama, baby.
Never lost a game as a starter, so there is that.
I like that.
Dude, with that roster, I would never lose as a game as a starter either.
I beg to differ.
Just hand the ball off. It'll be fine.
I have seen you play sports, and I beg to differ.
Tyler, not football. I can't play football.
Yeah,
I can't play anything. So.
All right, Frank, where do you think he's going?
Benzer took my entire line of thinking. So Patriots.
You're going Patriots too?
Yeah, for the exact same reason that Bender went Patriots. Oh. They went a lot in Foxborough. Who wouldn't want to play for Bill Belichick?
I get it, but I thought that was I'm not going to say bold because bold's strong, but I thought that was sort of unique-ish.
I didn't think
that's exactly that was my first thought was Foxborough. They wanted a new toy for Mac Jones, make him look good because that guy sucks if he doesn't have any offensive tools around him.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen enough.
Yeah, I thought there was a consensus pick here, and neither of you guys went there.
Give it to me, Mainzy.
Titans.
I don't see a reason why he wouldn't go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
AJ Brown's been recruiting him immensely. He's released 5 or 6 TikTok videos saying that he wants Julio Jones on the team.
So is everybody. What?
No.
Don't want Julio Jones on your team?
Who else is posting TikToks telling Julio to come to their team? Nobody.
If you don't think every player in the NFL is calling his phone right now and not posting TikToks, texting him, calling him, you're crazy. Everyone's calling that guy right now. No one. I don't care if he posts a little TikTok. Who cares?
I've seen one person post TikToks, and it makes
TikTok.
sense.
Who cares?
It makes sense. Tennessee they need that extra piece because, let's face it, as fucking beastly as Derrick Henry is, he's not going to take that team to a championship. It's not going to happen. They need a way to pass the ball and get the defense's eyes away from Derrick Henry. AJ Brown is very good, up and coming superstar. I don't think he's there yet. And I think if they add Julio Jones, it's going to make Tannehill that much better. It's going to open it up for AJ Brown to get more targets and show off how good he is. And then the main selling point, the more you air it out, the easier it is to run the ball. And making it easier for Derrick Henry to just destroy.
He plays a video game already. He doesn't need any easier.
Exactly. Derrick Henry might as well be playing on rookie mode at that point. I mean, it's just not fair. And the defense is just getting better. I think Tennessee has to be the way to go.
It's a good answer.
If it wasn't Tennessee, I'd probably say the Raiders.
Ooh, I like that.
I considered the Steelers for a little bit, but their cap situation is horrendous. So
yeah,
kind of went off of that track.
I think the Raiders. And you know what? If you guys both, I thought you guys were both going to go Titans, in which case I was going to go Raiders. So I think the Raiders would also be great because you don't really have anybody on that team. So if you add Julio,
no, it's no real weapons on that team really.
So
that I can think of.
And Julio, I forget who said it. I think it might have been Diana Rossini. There was a report out that Julio Jones expressed interest in creating a super team.
I feel like that's hard to do in football.
Well, when you think about the possible people on the move going into this year, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson.
No one's taking Deshaun Watson.
Now, Deshaun Watson should not be playing, but it is the NFL, and we do have to be realistic here. So Deshaun Watson. There's plenty of running backs still on the market. I don't know. It is John.
I feel like it's much harder in football to form a super team than say like basketball.
It is harder. It is harder. But I mean, we've seen it happen with the Buccaneers, and we saw what happened with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I feel like no one would go to the Raiders to form a super team. I feel like they're more enticing markets.
They're in Vegas.
Raiders don't do it for me.
Right.
They're just kind of
going Titans anyway. I think the Titans they're just too easy. Well, let's move on. I'll wake Eric up here. Knicks Hawks tonight. Game 3. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Me either.
I'm taking the Knicks, man. I like the Knicks. They're casting a spell on me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Listen. The defense is great. It's always going to be great. Just push Trae Young to the left side of the court because he's just not.
That guy has no left hand at all. It's ridiculous.
If I could recognize that,
oh my god!
There's
if our idiot brains can see it, like imagine what Tibbs is thinking right now.
It almost seems too simple, though. It seems too simple, right? I don't know. It just, I think even Clyde said it because I'm watching the MSG broadcast, not the ESPN one, because they're so much better.
Oh, do they still do it on MSG?
Yeah, luckily.
Okay.
But irrelevant. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think, and we were talking prior to the podcast, and the sign that Julius Randle actually showed up in the second half of Game 2, if that doesn't make Knicks fans salivate, I don't know what does. And I find it kind of odd. I don't know. Me, generally speaking, I think people put too much stock into home court advantage. I just think it's not really in any sport. There are exceptions, of course, right? Seahawks home. I get it. Sometimes it's relevant, but man, I don't know. Knicks are a bigger underdog tonight. Yeah, they were the favorites in game 2, and they're like a plus 150 underdog in game 3. While I did have more confidence in them in game 2, I'm not opposed to that suggestion, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't agree with you. I feel like home court advantage plays a huge role, especially this year. Like after last year with literally no fans in the stands, it's completely different playing on the road now than it was last year.
Yeah, I don't know. You do have your very overly hyper aggressive. I haven't been out of the house in a year and a half. People,
Yeah, like when you chain a Trae Young that he's balding for
on
48
people.
minutes, it's got to happen.
New Yorkers.
Yeah. Oh my God, those animals. It's ridiculous.
But that's the way I see it is, Madison Square Garden is an arena unlike any other in the world.
Yes.
And you put New Yorkers in that arena, and it becomes even more unique and even harder to play there as an away team. And I think that some players can excel. Some players on the home team can excel when they have that big home court advantage, when everyone's cheering them on and all that. But some guys do get caught up in that, and I think
some guys shrink.
I think that's kind of what happened to Julius Randle. Honestly, I think he just was trying too hard and just got too hyped up in the moment. So I think the move to Atlanta for game 3 and 4, I believe.
3 and 4, yeah.
Yeah, for games 3 and 4.
Do they do the 2-2-1-1-1, or they do 2-3-2? I don't remember.
Let's just go with the fact that they do.
I forget which sport does which. It's always such a mess.
I think the move to Atlanta is really going to help Julius Randle, and I think tonight we will see a return to that Julius Randle that was averaging 30 a game against the Hawks in the regular season. I think he's going to go off tonight. I think the series is going to go like this. I don't know who's going to win tonight, because honestly, Trae Young is just one of those players where after how fired up he was after game 2, he could very easily go out there and score 50. And
on the other side, I could easily see him scoring like 20 and shooting terribly.
Exactly. So I don't know who's going to win tonight. I do think the Knicks will take one game away from these 2 games in Atlanta.
Honestly, that's like all you need on it, really.
I don't think they'll sweep both the games. I definitely don't think the Hawks will take both games. I definitely think that they'll split, but we are going to see a different Julius Randle in both of these games. That's for sure. We're not going to see that guy that, what was he, 6 for 23 in game 1?
Something like that, yeah.
We're not going to see that guy. We're going to see 30 points at least.
Yeah, you ready for a quick, spontaneous 3 keys to the game right here? Just covering. Yeah, call me Paul O'Neill all of a sudden. Randall's got to play like Randall, right? Be aggressive, drive in, and you have a wide open 3, take it, because he's been hesitant. Get fouled, do what you got to do. The old turnaround, if that's on, he's dangerous. So
that turnaround is deadly too.
That's the simplest one right there.
Yeah.
2, also pretty simple. Trae Young 20 or below. Keep him to the left side of the court. Right?
Oh, if you keep him under 20, you're winning the game. I don't care what else.
I agree. And the third
I don't care what else is going on.
The third one, and no one else is going to tell you this, not ESPN, none of those sports networks. So you're going to want to listen to this one, people.
Write it down.
Reggie Bullock needs to hit his 3s. He needs to take 3s, and he needs to hit his 3s. I watched the Knicks all season, and when Reggie is feeling himself from the outside arc, forget about it. This offense is more than respectable. It is good. This is a good offense, even though they finished in easily in the bottom 10 points per game. When Reggie Bullock is confident, man, this offense is well-rounded. They really, really are. I'm telling you, Reggie Bullock 3s will make or break the game, the series, and the next season. That's what's going to happen.
I feel like Derrick Rose plays a bigger part in this series than those 3. I really like the way he's been playing.
Me too, but dare I say, I'm so confident in Derrick. I don't see him as a mystery. I don't. I think
you expect him to play very well.
Yes, he's going to go out there. He's going to get 16 points, give you respectable defense, and a few flashy assists. That's what's going to happen with Derek. With Reggie, there are no guarantees. Could easily get 2 points. Could easily get 18 points.
Gotcha. I see that.
I think Derrick Rose I think the Knicks need to get the ball out of his hands a little bit more. I think he worked a little bit too hard, and rightfully so, because he needed to in games 1 and 2. But he's just too old for them to rely on him for the length of this series. I think if they can't get the ball out of his hands, if they can't get the ball into the hands of Julius Randle, if Bullock isn't hitting his shots, you can't rely on Rose. That's pretty much it. You can't rely on him to go out there and put up 25, 26, what he did in game 2. You can't rely on that. So get the ball out of his hands. And
I think Derrick Rose is best when he's moving off the ball, personally. When he's moving around causing chaos. Because no one's going to lie here and sit here and say, like, oh, he's as good as he used to be. Like, no, he's not. But still, he's still a very serviceable athletic point guard. Derrick Rose still makes plays that very much impress me on a night-to-night basis.
He'll go out there and he'll get the buckets. He'll get the buckets you need, and he
can still blow past the guy anytime he wants. Now, is he going to do it like he used to? Absolutely not. But he can still do it from time to time. Yeah.
So I just think they gotta focus more on the guys outside of him, because they can't rely on him to just carry them throughout the series.
No, they need Julius Randle carrying.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not reasonable. It's not sustainable to ask Derrick Rose to put up 25 plus. Listen, there's this young kid out of Duke named RJ Barrett. Like, how many minutes did he play in game 2 compared to Derrick?
I don't know.
No idea.
I'll look it up right now. But my point is, RJ needs to be a little bit more aggressive, drive in a little bit more, get fouled. Don't be afraid to make contact.
In game 2, Barrett played 32 minutes.
All right.
Derrick played 38. So Derrick was out there a lot.
Yeah. Kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of, now that I'm looking at it, that's kind of ridiculous. You can't play Derrick Rose for 38 minutes a game.
Yeah, you played 31 straight minutes of the game. Obviously, between
that's not gonna work.
It's not. How about Emmanuel Quickly? Give Quickly a few more looks.
I like Quickly. Did he play? He played a decent amount.
He did, but my point is, if that first unit isn't delivering, as it hasn't at the start of the first 2 games, you have a second unit where guys are aggressive. They're not scared. It's amazing to me how courageous Emmanuel Quickly is as a rookie. It's amazing. You want to talk about
Steal the draft.
He's been there before. He does not care. He will shoot a 3 in your face. He does not care.
I told you guys when you picked him, steal the draft.
100%. Oh yeah. We all knew it. I don't know why he fell, and I don't know why that many teams passed up on him. Because in my mind, he was top 3 player in college basketball.
I don't know what pick he was. I forget.
Second round, I believe.
No,
I
first. I
think it was like 20, 24 or something, 23.
Yes, I should not say that. Late first, correct.
Something like that.
Too
low. How about that?
Anyway, let's move on to the other basketball team worth noting in this on this Zoom call, on this pod. What the fuck happened to the Miami Heat? Because I'm not even, most fans will say we. I'm not even gonna say we, because this is not the team that I signed up to root for. I'm telling you that right now.
You abandoned ship, Ty?
What?
Come on. You abandoned ship?
No, I'm not abandoning ship. I want to root for the Miami Heat. That's not the fucking Miami Heat that are out there playing the Bucks right now. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know if they put the fucking Harlem Globetrotters or fucking Space Jam their fucking bodies or whatever the fuck. That's not the fucking Miami Heat. They're playing like a bunch of wusses. All right? I don't know what the hell happened.
Listen. When you give up 46 points in the first quarter of game 2, you're not winning the game.
I don't know if I said it on the show or not, and I probably didn't, and shame on me, but I know I said it to you guys, and I know that Eric heard it. I pretty much guaranteed the Heat winning this series.
You did. You laughed in my face when I picked the Bucks.
I really did. I admit it. And I don't know what the fuck happened. Down 3-0.
Blown out in games 2 and 3.
Blown out in every single game. None of them have been close.
The first one went to OT.
That's true. But even still, the Bucks dominated that entire game. Jimmy Butler took over in the fourth quarter, and
if the scoreboard was closer than the game felt.
Yeah, to say the least. And honestly, go ahead, go get swept, because I don't want to watch this team anymore. It's just not worth my. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my attention to go on my phone and look at the game. Because yes, I'm not even watching the games because I'd rather watch the Yankees at this point. I don't even care anymore. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my attention going onto the fucking score app on my phone, looking up the game, because I don't care anymore. Go and get swept, end the season, get a higher draft pick. Don't care.
Tyler, you said this isn't the Miami Heat, and I'll raise you one. I'm about to call someone out because.
Oh shit! All right, here we go.
Ready for this? That's not Tyler Hero, guys. That's not Tyler Hero. I know it's not. That is not
so bad.
Him. I don't know who it is.
So bad.
His defense is the same, right? He never played defense, which I'm fine with. But he doesn't really know how to shoot a basketball. That's the issue.
It's kind of his thing.
He's a basketball player in the NBA, and he's a scorer. That's like kind of what he does.
He does. Why you drafted him?
What'd you say?
It's kind of why they drafted him.
A little bit, and he can't. I'm sorry, it's not him, right? That's just not him. I'm convinced. I don't get it. I don't get it at all, because I tune in for the games on behalf of Tyler. I watch for 6 minutes.
I do watch the games on behalf of Tyler.
And it's brutal. Just watching, like, oh my God, just pay attention to only Tyler Hero if you're watching the game. No, I feel so bad there. Not that he's ever going to see this. I'm sure he's a great person. He's very skilled to reach that level. But this is just not his day. And that's okay, right? The greatest athletes of all time have had bad stretches. So it's okay. But this is not a good series for him, to say the least.
Can we call out another guy or no?
Everyone's just incompetent.
Can I call out somebody else or no?
Sure. Do it, Frank.
Bam Adebayo. What the hell are you doing, my guy?
Oh, yeah.
So unaggressive. It's embarrassing.
So bad.
You're the second best player on that team, and you're not doing anything. He's so passive. It's ridiculous.
And you're guarding the best player in the NBA. You're guarding the most dominant player in the NBA, and you're not that. You're a non-factor.
The amount of times I saw Giannis take the ball out and go the length of the court and get a dunk is ridiculous.
I would rather have Udonis Haslem out there, who's 47.
He'll get ejected in the first 5 minutes. He'll still be more productive than Bam is this series. So bad.
He's 87 years old, and I'd rather have him out there than Bam Adebayo.
And Jimmy Butler's been. Can we call it the whole team? The whole team sucks. No, Jimmy's terrible too.
Jimmy's been okay. He
was averaging like 12 points a game in the first 2 games. I don't know how he played in game 3 because I half watched it because it was a blowout, so I half watched it.
Jimmy in game 1 was there.
He took over in the fourth quarter. I'll give him that.
In the fourth quarter, but other than that, kind of a non-factor. In game 2,
game 3 at 19. That's not. It's not bad, but it's not where Jimmy Butler needs to be to win. I'm telling you that right now. I guess we're ending early.
Anyway, this week, races on Sunday, big weekend. Apparently, Julio Jones going to the Patriots. That's going to do it for us this week. We'll see you next week for episode 52.
Go Knicks!
Go Knicks!